Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. It's a new show, The Deuce, Season 1, Episode 1. This episode is called Pilot. Sunday nights, HBO. Let's get to it. This show is set in New York City, and it's starring James Franco. James Franco is playing a set of twins, Vinny and Frankie. The Deuce has working ladies, pimps, players, hustlers, dreamers, police. This beautiful, restless city. Did I forget to say Johns? Because if without the Johns, without the Johns, what would the show be? They're taking us on a tour showing this nightlife of Times Square, apartment hallways. They're keeping it in this specific time frame, this specific decade. The wardrobe's on point. The scenery is on point. Even the lingo, they're on it, man. They're on to something good. James Franco is going Fargo on us, y'all. He's playing two characters. Is he good at playing two characters? I mean, you really kind of sort of can't tell the difference. And how they all end up at this one particular spot, this one particular bar. We're learning as fans, as watchers of television greatness, we're learning with this show what it means to be caught after a certain time in the streets, what it means to be caught in the morning. Everybody's out here trying to get that money, right? They're also showing us the types of Johns that exist. I'm not familiar with prostitution. Some of y'all probably aren't either. They're young and old. There's some that are doing it for celebration, some that are doing it for conversation only, not sexual. Not everybody's aggressive and scared. Some aren't. The dirty walls, the scruffy faces, the scruffy hallways. Some of these Johns are even willing to sign a personal check over. So Vinny played by Franco, he's the bartender. He's got a leather jacket, a mustache. He's got the long hair. He's got a swagged out, mean walk, right? And he's about to do a drop, and two guys pop up out of nowhere, and they're trying him, and they want that money. Immediately, we learn that he is aware of his surroundings because he still put the money in the drop. He didn't scream. He didn't run. All of that happening to him at gunpoint. What a guy. Some of y'all out there in charge of money drops with your job. Look, that money is probably insured. Don't you lose your life messing around with somebody else's dough. We get to meet Darlene. Darlene is a prostitute. A brown girl, a working girl. She walking off fast, got her high heels in her hand. And I'm like, where's she going? What's her deal? Later on, we learn so much just in this first episode, you guys, about almost all the characters. We learn their personalities. We get to see her at the diner with a guy from The Wire. Oh my goodness, I'm loving the fact that it's so many cast members from The Wire in this show. You know their director. They have two directors who are from Treme. If y'all watch Treme, drop a comment below. If y'all watch The Wire, drop a comment below. I'm a huge fan of both shows. Darlene is part of Larry Brown's Girls. Larry Brown talks in third person. In this particular diner, we learned that all the hustlers go there for hash brown. So this is a spot. Darlene's clientele, she's got Ron Jeremy's little brother, showing that Johns can be aggressive, and at the same time, they may not touch you at all. Some of them just want to be in your presence for company. We learn what it means to be caught in the morning because of her, because of Darlene. What'd she say? I got a race. It's a race. We have the pleasure of meeting Reg and Cece. These are our pimp type player types, right? They're giving us hair, afro, perms, prince wrists, pinky rings, hats, the suits. These guys these are some real deals, right? I know most of us have seen Pimps Up, Hoes Down. We've seen the documentaries. We know about Phil Moore, Iceberg, Mr. White Folks, The Bishop. We know about it. They're giving us that vibe. One of my favorite shots of the pilot would have to be when we were at the station watching them choose in unison, recruiting in unison, watching all the potentials go past. I thought it was funny. They saw the sister girl. They said it was too much donkey. I'm like, look at the white shoes. Look at the white shoes. Like Jerome on Martin. Then we meet this young lady. Then we meet a young lady from Minnesota named Lori. Lori is about to get chosen. I don't think she knows. Oh, I'm talking like them. And what does he say? I'm in sales. Oh, you in sales, all right. Can we talk about his vehicle? He's got the caddy, the big emblem on front, on the hood of the vehicle, the closet in the back seat, the fur that they're all sitting on in the interior. Leia, get that money. The Deuce, another character that we knew as Cheese on The Wire. Method Man. I need to get by. Mr. All I Need to Get By, giving us medium length inches. He said he's a star maker. He's coming at this independent lady. She out there working, getting her coins pimply by herself. So dangerous, so dangerous. He's coming at her, trying to choose her, and she's like, no, I'm out here getting my money. So in that scene, we're introduced to two people. They're basically killing two birds, one stone. It's to Eileen, the solo pro. Eileen kind of sort of has it together out of all the other pros, right? When I say pro, it's just a nice way for, instead of me saying, okay? Eileen has her own apartment. Eileen has a life back home that she could leave to easily. She doesn't have to sell her body. She has options home where she can lay her head. But she chooses that lifestyle. She chooses it. My second favorite scene of The Deuce, Eileen at home taking her wig off. She went from blonde to brunette. She went from working girl to just a girl. When her mom brings up her son, everything changes. My third favorite shot was to see the pimp type player types getting their shoes shined. That was cool at the stand. I loved it. It was cool. It almost felt like some of those paintings you see. We meet D'Angelo Barksdale's character from The Wire, aka Officer Chris of The Deuce. Love to see him. I want to know what it's going to bring. I want to see more of his character. I like it. I like almost every character. I like every character they've introduced so far except for Frankie. Vinny I like Vinny. Why? Because he's quick on his shoes and he stands firm in his word. Does what he needs to do to get the job done. Vinny is creative because business has increased so much at that House of Korea restaurant. Purchases a bunch of bodysuits for the waitresses. He offers BOGO, buy one get one drink deals. Now everybody's up in there, right? And this is the place where we start to notice everybody coming inside. The whole community, all the cast is basically going to be at this location. And this is where we get intertwined and mixed. All these worlds come together because of this place. Larry comes in. The brother, the twin, Frankie is there now. Hey, Franco, come on now. Y'all got creative with that one. The difference that I observed would have to be, y'all let me know, drop a comment below and let me know what you think about Frankie. What do you think about Frankie and Vinny's difference? Did you notice anything to make it say, hey, this is what stands out? I just noticed Vinny has a scar on his head. That's about it. Otherwise, the stash kind of looks the same. The sideburns looks the same. The hair looks the same. I can see if that's going to be a big issue with getting mistaken for your brother. I guess that's where they're going with this episode. Tighten that part up for me. Tighten that part up. Now, Cece is getting that money with his new pro, Lori. But the stable is uneasy. The stable is angry, mad, jealous, envious of the new chick. Larry outside waiting on Darlene. Darlene up there watching her stories, crying, thinking of a life. Why did I choose this life? Just off of based off of what we just saw. Y'all drop a comment below and let me know how you feel about Darlene. I just think Darlene is a gullible, young, misused, romantic woman. Lost in the wrong occupation. Y'all let me know. Drop a comment below. I like this show. Everything. I want to see more New York life. I want to see more popping the trunks, getting that money, break a hoe down, reckless eyeballing. I want to see it all. What's the deal with Vinny's wife? Really? This is second day that she was bugging out, not at home, and he had to go get you from a bar. You out there you out playing pool with Deuce, flirting, being nasty. This is what he's doing. You don't need to do that. Was it messed up that he left his kids? Yes. But what do you do? What do you do? He could have took his kids and left, and she would have been there by herself, right? That was an option. That was an option. What do y'all think about Vinny and Andrea's relationship? Drop a comment below. Dude is mad. He's tired of it. Tired of taking the L for this chick and packing up at home and left his two kids asleep. Okay, so with the students at the college, why walk out? Why do you think they walked out and didn't take the exam? Drop a comment below. Why does Eileen Why do y'all think Eileen left home to go be a thot? She seemed like she had a nice background at home. What do you think was the reason? Are we going to find out? I know we'll find out more the later the season goes on. Do y'all, and let me get back to Andrea and Vinny. Do y'all think Vinny will go back to her? Do you think he should go back to Andrea? Should Vinny have stepped to the pimp in the hallway when he was cutting that chick in her underarms? Should he have, or should he have? Mind his business. You know dang on well later on this season, they are going to go at it. Somebody's going to get hurt, dead, shot, stabbed, something. Cece has his loyal, his last, his oldest. She doesn't want to trick off in the rain no more. Vinny's getting it in. We hear scream in the background. Okay, who that? What happened? We see the two, and it's Cece in the hallway, in the stairwell. They're arguing, chin-checking. He cut her in the underarms. He said, wet, cold, tired, on fire, you gonna get my money. Damn, for real? Dang, that pimp hand strong. That pimp game is nasty, it's vicious, but great episode. I thought it was a great episode. Y'all know how we do it. Is a whacker memorable. Definitely not whack. I think it was memorable. It was very good. It was like a movie. It felt like it could have been a movie, straight up. I like it. I like all the shots that they're doing. I like how they're intertwining everybody at these different locations, at the diner, at the bar, in the streets. We're learning, basically like at this certain point of night to morning, all of this life happens in this restless city, this sleepless area. It's a bad game, and people are coming to this area for some sort of freedom, some sort of rebirth, to try a dream to make it. But then they get caught up in some other stuff along the way, and they're stuck running down the street with no shoes on. I'm enjoying it. This episode, for this to be a pilot, I think is dang on good. I'm going to give this episode a 9.0. 9.0. That's what I'm giving it. Until the next time, I'll be back next Sunday. Y'all drop them comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe. Almost at 400. I'm almost at 400. Like I said, my plan for the month of September is to get to 400 subscribers. December, hopefully I can be at, by January 1st, hopefully I can get to 1,000 subscribers. And that's my goal for the channel. That's one of the goals for the channel. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Until the next time. Deuce. Peace.